Always great catching up with my next guest. Dhiego LIma has got a huge fight coming up here against Belal Muhammad at UFC Fight Night on December 19th. Dhiego, how's it going, man?
Doing great, brother. Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Great to talk to you. Always so positive. You always brighten up my day, man. You're always such a really positive, fun guy, and really happy to see you get this fight, man. And it was supposed to be Sean Brady taking on Belal. You stepped up. How long have you known about this fight? Because it's just a great matchup.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Yeah, that's bringing joy to people, man. That's what it's all about, so that's good. And yeah, man, as soon as that fight fell off, man, I think it was we were at my brother's fight, man, his fight week, and we were training, and I saw that fight fell off, and I asked immediately, and they came back and they were like, Sean Shelby, I guess he didn't really like the matchup at first, so they said no to me, and I was like, okay. And then I kept training, 2 weeks after that, they came back and they're like, hey, you still want that fight? I was like, heck yeah, I still want the fight.
Okay.
So, and then boom, I got it, man. So I'm really excited for it,
Now, I know you were supposed to fight earlier this year against Alex Morono at UFC 247. I know an injury took you out of that one. What exactly happened there? How did you get the injury, and how long was the recovery time?
Oh, man, I've had the injury, man. those herniated disc, I had it since football in high school, so I've always been dealing with it, but it got to a point where it fragmented off. The disc pretty much blew off on my neck, dude, and they hit a nerve like I have never been in so much pain in my life. They had to do an emergency surgery. So, I did the fusion, they did the disc replacement, they put something in there, and then it has to fuse together. So the fusion usually takes from 3 to 9 months. Mine was fully fused in 4.5 months.
Nice.
So, that's when I came back. I think it was 4.5, 5 months. That's when they cleared me to come back, But I was already doing some stuff. I was already doing some type of conditioning, just no impact work until it was fully fused.
Yeah, and you said this is something you've dealt with for most of your career. Having the surgery, do you feel like kind of a new fighter now?
Oh, man, brand new. Because, every time I shot a takedown, I got a stinger. Every time I got jabbed, I got a stinger. Every time I blocked something, anytime my head went back, I'll get a stinger and lose that whole arm. Yeah. So, it was a battle, man. I just dealt with it. I had to adjust to it. So, the training and everything. So now there's just no worries, man. And what's it called? Tony Martin, man, from the UFC, he gave me some great advice, because he's had that surgery before. And he said, man, when you come back, do not be afraid, dude. Don't be hesitant. You are 100%. And, I did that, man, and I just put in my mind, no, I'm fully healthy. I'm 100%. And it's been amazing, man. Haven't gotten a stinger since. I can move. I can actually move my head now. I could never do that before. I can move it up. I can move it down. It's just been a blessing, man. It's way overdue, I was always afraid of surgeries because I never had any. Mm-hmm. And, if I knew it was going to be like that, I would have had it years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's crazy to think that you fought with that for so long, but I guess it's one of those things you got to fight, right? So it's just you got to sort of roll with the punches.
Yeah. Man, I'm pretty sure every fighter has a herniated disc some type. They'll probably get a stinger here and there. I guarantee you, man, with what we do, the pressure of shooting a takedown and people squeezing on your head, everybody's got to have a pinched nerve. And just, I took care of as much as I could. I went, 10 to 12 years with putting away the surgery. Because they told me in high school, they're like, no, you're going to have to eventually have surgery. So I've been taking care of it since then. So finally got to the point where I had to do it. So I felt like I did good.
When it initially happened, was there any talk of this potentially ending your career with something as serious as your neck? Was that something that crossed your mind at all?
Man, it ended my football career, man, because, it happened my senior year. It was actually the last game of the season. I was planning to go to college, go play, and it just ended my career, man. I actually cracked one of my C4, I believe, one of my cervicals. It actually cracked at the time. So it was something that, man, I was pretty much I was paralyzed for a few minutes. So it was something, it was definitely something that was very dangerous. And they're like, oh, yeah, your sports career is over. You're never going to be able to do anything else. And then, when I healed, I was like, if I'm not going to play football, there's no way I'm going to go to college. I couldn't deal with school. Mm-hmm. And then, when I came back, I was healed. My brother was training. He was fighting. I was like, oh, okay, so let's get into that. So, and that's when it all started for me.
Was the plan to try and go to the NFL? Were you really good at football back in the day?
I mean, I was good, and I wasn't that good, but my work ethic, if I would have went to college, I could have gotten to that point, because I
Okay.
work really hard, and if I put my mind to something, man, I'm gonna do it,
Yeah.
So it definitely, I wasn't good enough at the time, heck no, but with my work ethic, we'll see.
Let's talk about Belal Muhammad. Really, really, really durable guy, really tough guy to finish. I think the only guy who's finished him, was Vicente Luque. He's a really, really durable guy. How do you look at this fight from a style perspective? Because this is probably going to stay on the feet. I think this has got Fight of the Night written all over it.
Man, it does, man. That's the thing, man. That guy, he comes forward, man. He doesn't care. He doesn't mind getting hit, and he comes forward the whole time, man. The dude got head kicked right in the face with a shin and, gotten up. It's almost like a zombie, man. The dude is crazy. So, definitely it'll probably be more of like a Court McGee fight, me just picking him apart, defending the takedowns, because he's a really smart fighter as well. He looks for the takedowns when he wants, but you never know when he's going to shoot. He's so good at hiding it, and he shoots to win the round. So, he's also a smart fighter on top of that. So, man, he's got the whole package, man. So that's why he's going to bring out the best in me, man. I'm excited to show what I've been working. I've been out for a while, man. So it's, I've been working a lot. And this is a matchup too, because when he got called up to the UFC, I fought for the Titan FC belt.
That's right. So I forgot about that.
Yeah, so when he got called, so I knew eventually, we had that history. I knew eventually we were going to meet. So this is a guy, I'm a fan of the guy, man. I've been watching him ever since then. I've been watching him. I've watched every fight of his. So, I know his style pretty good, man. I've been studying him pretty much my whole career, man. This is a guy, I like watching him. He's an exciting guy, and he's amazing on social media. I love following the dude on social media, man.
Yes.
He's one of the best out there. So, just a great guy, but a huge opportunity for me. And, as soon as the fight got scheduled, he got ranked. So I was like, yes, that's even better, man. So yeah. I'm really excited for it.
If Belal invited you on his show before the fight, would you go on?
Absolutely, man.
Okay.
Of course.
I think that would be hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen that before, where two opponents are on a podcast together.
I know it's a fight and all, but man, you live life, man. You go in there, you fight, life goes on, life goes on before a fight, life goes on after a fight, Yeah. I'm like this before a fight or after a fight. I'm the same way, man. I don't change because I fight, and I would love to, man. That's one thing I'm gonna tell her. Hey, man, you better get me on your show sooner or later.
I'll put it out on Twitter after this. We'll get the views going. I just think that would be funny just to see you guys on a show, because I know both your personalities. You both would be kind of down with it. There's no personal stuff there, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay. Cool. Good to know.
I've been following the show, so definitely, man.
Okay, that's good. I'd ask her your training camp's going, but I got a pretty good insight because I interviewed Cody Durden recently, and he was telling me about some of the stuff you guys are doing down there. So seems like a tight-knit group. I think your brother's down in Brazil right now, or is he back there?
Yeah. He went for Thanksgiving, so he's enjoying. So I get to beat him up for the last week when he comes back. So that'll be good, because when he comes back, he eats a lot down there. Mm-hmm. So, I'll put it on him next week.
For sure. Yeah, when he gets back. But I was going to ask you about that because, Cody really looks up to you as a mentor. He talked about you being his coach and all that. And I know, you're not an old guy, but obviously, you're still an active fighter. What's that been like, sort of being a mentor and a coach now at this stage in your career, along with fighting?
Man, it's been good. I wish I had more time with them, because, when I didn't have a fight on my injuries, man, I could focus 100% on them. So it was amazing, but now with the fight, it makes it a little bit harder. So, we have to bring out boxing coaches in and stuff just to help, and he trains with Jucão as well. We sent him down to Coconut Creek. So, but for me, man, it's a blessing, man, just be able to still be in the highest level of the sport and sharing with them. They look up and they know it. It's no, I'm teaching you to get to the high level. I'm not teaching you local shows. You got to do that and all. But I tell them we're looking at the future. Yeah. And that's something I go to every fight. And he's the first one that made it, man. So to have a student already in the highest level, and and they work hard, man. It's just something I've been able to share with them, and it's been a blessing, man. It really has.
How's your weight cut going? Because like you mentioned, you've been off for a while. How's everything going ahead of the fight? Because I know it's tough sometimes when you're not having a fight.
Weight's the weight, man. Weight's the weight. It sucks every time, but I never have an issue there. I'm a very disciplined guy. So when it comes down to the weight, I eat what I have to do, And man, we have trifecta now. They send you meals, man. Literally, you miss weight now. You're like, you want to miss weight. Like you're not doing something right. If you follow through what they said, they have nutritionists there. They call you every night. They check up on you. They give you nutrients. It's like you miss weight now, man. It's like, really, dude, like you want to miss weight. You know, They feed you fight week. The food that they feed you gives you energy. They give you all your water. Like there's no excuses anymore. You know, there's really no excuses. And I'm good. I'm getting down lower now, and about in the low 190s right now. So, you know, I'm right where I need to be. I'll get fight week. I'll show up about 185 and, you know, just do the normal water cut and, you know, good to go. But it sucked, man. I got up to like 218, dude.
Oh, did you really? Oh, during the COVID weight. Yeah.
It was fun, man, because, like, you know, after my neck surgery, I ended up having to have a wrist surgery. They were just going to scope it out, but then they saw that one of my tendons had popped to the wrong side.
Oh.
So they had to move it in place, stitch it in place, so it ended up being a real surgery. So so I had another one on top of the neck. And then after that, I ended up getting COVID. And, you know, since I wasn't training, I guess my immune system was down. I was literally in bed for 12 days, man. So the Leon Edwards, you know, I'm pretty sure he got it like me. Dude,
he did. Yeah, he lost a lot of weight. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought, man, there was times I thought I was going to die. Like I had nothing, man. I had no strength, just pain, fever. It was bad. I got it bad. So, you know, I'm just so happy to be back. Like, you have no idea. It's been such a rough year. And, you know, just to get that opportunity at the end of the year is just amazing, man. I'm really excited. Looking forward to every part. Even the weight cut, I'm looking forward to. You know, really found that love again. Not that I didn't lose it, but, you know, you go through so much. And when it's time to do it again, you get to enjoy it so much more because, you know, you miss it so much when you're not doing it.
Yeah.
So that's the case here for me, man. I'm just excited, man. Amazing card and good to go now.
Who's going to be in the cage with you that night as far as your cornerman?
Cornerman, my brother in Chukau.
Nice. Keeping it simple.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Brother in Chukau. Yeah, keeping it simple.
How's the fight playing out in December 19th? You feel like you're going to get your hand raised, but how do you envision it playing out?
Man, I really envision me picking him apart, defending the takedowns, and, you know, if I'm not able to finish him, I'll win a decision, man. You know, he's a really durable guy, but, you know me, man, I look for the finish, so I'm going to look for the finish the whole time, but if I don't get it, I'm fine winning a decision, and I just want to fight, man. Like, I just want to fight. I can't wait.
If you get this win, that'll be 4 in a row, and, you know, Belal's a pretty notable guy in the division. Do you think this is finally the fight that gets you in those rankings and gets people talking about you again?
I guess, man, but I'm not worried about that, man, because then you get in the rankings, then what? Nobody that's ranked is going to fight you, so it's the same thing, man. I get ranked or not, I'm gonna fight whoever they give me a name, man. There's none of that. There's so many young guys that come up, and then right away they're like, oh, give me somebody in the top 10. It's like, no, man, make your own name, man. I'm here to make my own name, man. I don't want to use anybody. You know, like Belal wasn't ranked before this fight got scheduled, but he just ended up being ranked. So, you know, it's just a great opportunity, but I don't want to steal nobody's thunder, man. I want to make my own, you know. I'm not going to call out anybody in the top 10 after this. Like, that's just not me. I want to make my own, man. I want to get in there and just keep winning fights. People will talk about you, man. Ranked or not, you win fights, people will talk about you. And that's what I'm here for, man. I'm here to give the opportunity to the young guys. If there's a vet that wants to fight me, I'll let them call me out, man. You know, I'll make it enough name for myself, which if you're ranked and you want to fight me, you know, call me out, man. Because I give them respect, man. I give them respect. They earned it of being up there, and, you know, they get to pick whoever they want to fight. That's just the reality of it.
Absolutely.
I respect it, man. I'm not against it. I'm just going to make my own, man. Fight whoever they put in front of.
Good stuff. Well, we're looking forward to this fight. It's UFC Fight Night coming up here December 19th. Dhiego, thanks so much for the time, man. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
Man, that's it, man. I appreciate you having me. Thanks, and just can't wait, man.